Oh, before we start, I just had a quick thing I want to say. I started re-listening to Black Boy Fly, and like, I guess what popped in my head was like a small question was like, is there a scarcity on success?
As a black man or a black person.
I guess. Well, I guess my question is general. So yes, any, you can put it in any context you want to.
Um, it definitely feels like it as a minority. It definitely
Yeah,
feels like it, and there's definitely like I think a lot of the pressure I think as a minority to have to jump through hoops in order to to climb up a lot of ladders kind of speak to that.
yeah. Well, yeah, because I was thinking about it. I was re-listening to it, and I was like, man, like it feels like I don't have any evidence or anything like that. Well, I do have evidence, but like it felt very, very like true. Where it's like I was like, oh man, like his fear is not even about like jealousy. It's like based off of like, oh shit, if someone else gets this opportunity, I am totally fucked, right? And that's crazy.
It's like somebody made this said this or something. It was one of the comedians. They were talking about like pretty much like black comedians in movies, and there's like you can only really have one big black comedian movie star at a time. First you had um well we had who do we have? No, not Chris Rock. What's his name? Kevin Hart, and then there was Chris Rock, and then there was Chris Tucker and Eddie Murphy. Then I don't know, Richard Pryor maybe. Like I guess somebody, I forgot who it was, but somebody was like, there doesn't seem to be a lot of room, at least for entertainment for like a really really big black celebrity. It's like, or at least it feels like it's like one at a time. At least as far as comedians were concerned was the point. I forgot who made it. It was like it was some black comedian, but I don't remember who said it.
Yeah. But yeah, I was wondering because I was listening to the song again and I was like, man, that is like such a like a strong like I don't know. It goes back to that whole point I was saying earlier where like a lot of things from the album feels like very it's like a 9-year old album, but it's like that just that concept and that idea and that feeling feels true for even someone like me and you were saying like for yourself as well. And like I we didn't like we didn't grow up in like the same like we didn't even grow up in the same like super like the same atmosphere that like Kendrick Lamar had to grow up in, right? Like
Yeah,
it's crazy that like that feeling is still feels very real for someone that grew up in like a super different atmosphere.
like I remember feeling this like emotion very strongly growing up.
Mm. Yeah, I agree.
Like very strongly, like like there can only be a few of us. It's like I don't know if it just goes back to like that talented 10th sort of like thing. That might be completely different, but that's like another the closest anec not anecdotal thing I can come to think of it.
Like I started thinking about like what's it called? It's like it's that common phrase is like, like if it like it feels so rare like so I don't know it feels weird like I was thinking about Boondocks because I was watching it again and like I was watching the Stig Meters episodes again and they were talking about like the crab in the bucket stuff um
Mm.
and it was like it's pretty much talking about like hey he was talking about just talking about black people in general and he was just saying like black people are crabs in the bucket and they'll have to drag each other down and I was like, maybe it's not like a drag a thing down thing. It's just maybe more. It's just like maybe that is true too, but maybe it's more just like you know, there's so little like I don't want to say opportunity, but like well, opportunity is probably the right word. There's so little like of that
Space.
opportunity. It is always almost a rat race. It feels even more like a rat race, right? Because you are directly competing. Like if someone's doing better than you, it's directly hurting your chances of ever like getting out of your situation.
Mm.
I don't know, man. I was just thinking about it, and I was like, man, Kendrick Lamar, great artist, great song. I, I, I don't know. I was thinking about it. I can't keep getting this like idea out of my head that if like any of the artists that I respect and really like was like next to me listening to what I was saying, they'll totally hate me, hate my opinion.
I'm sure you don't have the worst opinion about their music as long as you come from a respectful point. I'm sure you know. If some people had to pick between you and the Melon Lord, I'm sure some people would pick your opinion better.
Man, I'm chill. What you call it? You don't listen to the Melon. You got to listen to Child Cheska. That's the only guy. That's the only review I listen to.
Yeah, Chow Kachesta. Cal Kachesta. I don't remember exactly what his name. Cal Kachesta.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was going to get your quick opinion. But yeah, great song. I re-listened to it, and I was even like looking up the people that were mentioned in the song, and I was like, man, this is like straight off the book, right? Like it's literally talking about other people's life. Like it's crazy. It's crazy
Mm.
how like it feels like a song, but it's crazy how real it is when you like just look at it. Like look up like the stuff that he said about Aaron Alfredo like dropping 30. That it's a real thing that happened. This is not like a made up thing. Like this is a person that was from there that
Yeah.
dropped 30 in the NBA, right? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, just
You can find these people. These are true stories. This is not well true is probably the thing, but like this is definitely like stories from his perspective, and they were real. They are real. That's what they were.
yeah, I really like how he uses perspective. Like that's all I was kind of trying to say with him and Lupe Fiasco. Like Kendrick Lamar takes this weird approach where he's like it's first person, but he's such like I don't want passive's not the right word. He's such a like a observant person that it might as well be in third person
Hmm.
because he's
Yeah,
just talking about other people and he's taking other people's perspective, but he's also like considering his own.
yeah, that is crazy. Like right, like a lot of his music is like it is solely from his perspective, but he's so like I don't want to say he's so observant. In his songs, like he's so observant, you hear other people's perspectives.
Mm.
Um, I think I was thinking about like this a little bit where I was thinking about like kind of like this perspective kind of stuff and like compared to like J. Cole or whatever. And I was like I think like J. Cole is really like is good at like really getting into like the other person's perspective completely and being like, hey, this is like how I think you think of things or whatever, and this is my point of view or whatever. Um, but like I was saying, like yeah, I think like what like you were saying, I think like Kendrick Lamar's perspective and outlook is normally generally like still closer to himself, but still like is able to like capture a lot of other people's feelings. Even like sing about me, right? A lot of you get a lot of understanding of other people about how people talk up to Kendrick about him, right? You know what I'm saying? It's about is the whole song is about other people talking to him and you're learning their perspective about the stuff they say to him, right?
It feels like I'm noticing a theme. It feels like a lot of people that in Kendrick's songs either don't like him or they have like he has a weird relationship with the other people in his songs. Like with Keisha's sister in that and Sing About Me.
Yeah.
And dang, who was the other where he's like Pyru's and Crips all got along, they're probably gonna be down by the end of the song. The characters that he's like, or at least the characters that he's going up against when he meets Shrain, Master Splinter's daughter.
Yeah.
Like, or at least it always feels like a weird level of like opposition.
Yeah. Well, like, do you think it's just generally like survival skills and like there's a price to being successful, right? It's not like uh as you can see, things people naturally become more envious of you. People you get people start showing their true colors, and do you think it's just generally like, hey, like there's a Kendrick Lamar comes from a very like desperate not desperate place, but like a very like down like what's the word like poor gang related place, right? Where there's like little opportunity. I got it. Kendrick Lamar comes from a place where there's so little opportunities. Seeing anyone succeed has to be very, very like not just like kind of hurtful, but like it makes like hope like go away. Like it lessens your hope. It's exactly what he was talking about in Black Box 5.
Yeah. Yeah, and that super comes across in what is that song where he's like drinking a lot. It's on Pimp the Butterfly where he's like Uh,
I
no,
is it I?
or is it
No.
you?
I don't know. Is it you?
I think it's you, where it's like, if these walls could talk, everything's your fault. Faults breaking to pieces, earthquakes on every weekend. You can FaceTime instead of a hospital visit. I know your secrets. Mood swings are frequent. Like
Yeah.
I think that's you. I don't know for sure though.
I don't know, cause like I think I's like well, he talks about how much he hates himself in I believe.
I think I's the one where he's like, I love myself.
I love myself. Let me see. That's rap genius. This the beginning of this podcast of this random talk is just gonna go into the other random talk.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a song You, and then there's a song I. I comes along
Yeah.
later in the album. I want to say it's like probably like maybe fourth from last.
I'll listen to it real quick.
I want to find out if it's exactly right. I would let me know if it's directly fourth.
Oh, if it's fourth down in the album.
If I just want to know if I know the album well enough.
Let me get some. Pimp the Butterfly. Man, even that title, bro. It's like fuck, man. That's some hard hitting shit.
Yeah.
Pimp the Butter. You is the sixth song on the album, and it is after These Walls Can Talk. Let me look up to make sure I got the right lyrics.
Dang, I was wrong. I comes at it's the second to last song.
You the reason that mama them leaving. No, you ain't shit. You say you love them. I know you don't mean it. I know you're irresponsible, selfish, and denial can't help it. Your trials and tribulations a burden. Everyone felt it. Everyone heard it. Multiple shots cornered, crying out. You was deserted. Where was your antennas again? Where was your presence? Where was your support that you pretend?
That's deep. Yeah, I believe you're right. You is the one when he's like talking about like himself.
It's crazy how many songs there are of people just telling him that, like, I mean, not that he isn't shit, but like that are just openly antagonistic. Like that song's a good one of those songs. It's Sing About Me. There are a few. Even when he meets Jesus. Even Jesus.
Well, Jesus didn't do anything. He's more antagonistic to Jesus than he is.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like, fuck you, Jesus, no dollar for you.
But even Jesus is staring him down.
I just think it's just like, we're obviously not in the realm of fame and success like Kendrick Lamar is in. But I think like once you get to that success, like there's a certain amount of extreme like isolation that happens. Like it's out of nowhere. It's like you're super isolated but super public. It is the difference between we talk about this a lot, but like it's the difference between being like known and then being hunted, right? Like the motivations why people like want to talk to you are different, and then everything you do becomes like twice as like more like has twice as many ripples, right? So like even the stuff he didn't do comes off even more like matters more, because like even if he had a legitimate excuse or whatever to like not being somewhere or being somewhere, people are gonna take it in a wrong way. Like it's gonna happen. Well, I don't want to say take it the wrong way. Like people are gonna are going to like remember this, right? Like you are a successful person and you're either like, I guess people would argue like you're just forgetting who you're where you come from, but it's probably not that. It's probably just you're just busy and you're growing into like a different person, and like you have a different mindset now. But again, if I just keep imagining Kendrick Lamar here saying like fuck, shut the fuck up. What's a good Kendrick Lamar voice I could put in here? Let's put in a verse from Damn. Let's find a verse from Damn to put in here.
He'd probably call you a little bitch.
Yeah.
In his words.
What he say?
In his words.
Yeah, he'll call me a little bitch, and he would say it's in my DNA. It's in his DNA, man. But yeah, this is gonna go into the other one.
And speaking of ReZero. I wish we could have Matt versus Japan on the show. So I just want to call it Japanese CrossFit to his face.
Hey, you know that system that you have worked hard to develop and worked with other people that has like talked to you, and you obviously had like a whole history about making this one thing, and you know that name you gave it and that you probably gave it a lot of thought to give it. I think your name's dumb, and we're gonna call it Japanese CrossFit from now on.
Well, it wouldn't be his because he has the refold method. So that's his
Oh
thing.
yeah,
I guess we're specifically addressing the guy that made AJet.
yeah. Well, hopefully he's not mad that you just hey, this no, I won't accept this. This is how you like make your thing come mainstream. Kids get the hold of it, start changing it, different things.
Yeah. I mean, you could call it what it is, which is a cult, but a cult without a religion.
Yeah, yeah. It's laughable that I call myself a kid. I'm barely in the loop of things.
For the kids, man. Like, how, man, that is super interesting thing. We're technically millennials, but also we grew up on and lived in the generation that made a lot of content, or still makes a lot of content for the generations below us.
Yeah, yeah.
We are,
Yeah, I still watch Chill Chaos, and I've been watching them since I was in like middle school. Just crazy.
mm.